everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome. So for some of you, we have some repeat students and then we have some brand new students. Most of you are brand new. So these are the inspection reports that you're going to be able to utilize. Yesterday, the students were in class all day long, sitting there learning. So today is going to be out in field training. I love to get them together, then take to action what they were learning in the classroom. So we get to go walk properties today, see them in every stage of rehab from beginning to end. I'm really, really excited. So let's go. Okay, so we're arriving at our very first property for the day. This property is a short sale acquisition. Homeowners were very upside down in the property, unable to continue to make their mortgage payments. They had a job loss and needed to be able to get out of the property without having a foreclosure on their record. So this was a real win-win. Anytime we can come into the property, move the homeowner into a better position than when we first met them, that's a real win. So we're going to talk a lot about that, and then what's left to do inside of the rehab to turn around and resell it, hopefully to a really nice family that's looking to start a new life.
What I want you all to do is, we're going to do this methodically, okay? Mark has done some incredible rehabs, and what I'd like him to do is to walk us through and kind of give us some pointers of where he would start and kind of what he would do.
Tell us what you see.
Well, normally what I do is I'm coming up to a property and I'll take a look at the surrounding houses and kind of look and get a feel for the neighborhood. And then when I first walk up to the property, I'd look at the landscaping and see what we're gonna have to do to bring the curb appeal up. And then usually the first thing I look at is a roof, because that's can be a big expense. So I usually start there, and then we'll typically walk the exterior and look for cracks, defaults, dry rot in the fascia boards, and that kind of thing.
All right, so Mark, you want to take us inside?
Going in, your main important parts to a house is obviously the kitchen. So if you're gonna spend some money, spend it in the kitchen. Whether you can expand it out or open it up or give it that feeling, that's my experience. If a woman falls in love with a kitchen, you sold the house.
So yesterday was our first day of the 3-day on-site mentorship program that Melina Boswell and myself are involved with. And yesterday was my day to teach all day. This is where the rubber meets the road right here.
So this property that we're going to is in Fontana. This was a notice of default, so it was in pre-foreclosure. It was acquired through a door knock. So John and Celine Slater actually came and door knocked the property. So I'm excited to see how much work they've actually done on it.
Hi, Mike. Hello.
Okay, so here's John and Celine. So we were just talking about, will you tell us you were door knocking? Was this on your list?
This was on our list,
Was it a notice of default?
it was a notice of default, so it was on our list as a notice of default, but it was empty, and the front window was boarded up, and a lockbox on the lock. We went home and we did some skip tracing, and we found the homeowner actually lives over in North Fontana. So when we finished his door knocking, we drove over there. It was a gated community, so we had to camp outside until somebody opened the gate, and then we drove in.
Very important tips right there.
The biggest thing for us was needing to be around people that were already doing this. People that were, could show us not only how to do this, but also work partnering to go get the deals done together. So that was something that really attracted us to working with Mike. Being able to have your hand held through we had no experience prior to doing this. We were completely lost through our initial training, but being able to really partner with an investor, being able to not only get trained, but then partner through a deal, working step by step has been, kind of the biggest benefit to us. And,
Yes, absolutely.
whether it's knowledge or funding or, just how a deal works. It's really been through the club that we've been able to do that.
So on this property, as we come in through the front door, normally we put a new front door on every one of our houses because that's the first thing that touch coming in.
Hey guys, it's Mike Van Ness with New Wealth Advisors Club. I'm over at our latest project here in Fontana, California. Today we actually have a group of students out. We're doing some field training with Dave and Melina. It's been an awesome experience. It's been great. I've learned a ton. I'm actually in the position now because of them that I'm able to actually coach and help new people with their projects. And that's actually what this is here today, is we're actually working together with some students that we're learning that are actually partners of mine. We're actually flipping this house together, and today we're spending some time out in the field talking about what does that look like. And Melina's actually here with us today as well, getting some cool tips from her and her mentor Mike Biglane as well, who is my mentor as well. So a lot of collaboration, a lot of knowledge and information is going into this deal, and I wouldn't be anywhere close to where I'm at today without the support of New Wealth Advisors Club and what Dave and Melina have put together. Super thankful for it and super excited to see what's to come.
I think our work's done here.
So this one's going to be very complicated. It's been complicated from day one. There's a lot to this house, a lot to this story. So the story is still being written as we go right now.
Okay, so we have a first deed of trust.
Yes.
It's obviously in default.
Yes.
By how many years?
It was August of last year. Was the last payment made?
So a little bit over a year then.
Yeah.
Do we have a notice of foreclosure or?
It's on the door. We walked up and it just got posted. December 28th. We're going to sale.
Business is to stop that.
That's right.
Which is the
bankruptcy.
bankruptcy.
Which we started a while ago, so we're happy about this because she's been taking her time getting the BK papers done. So so this will.
Now, are you going to try to do a short sale?
Maybe.
Okay.
If that may be the way we go. Just depends on where we end up when we get through the BK.
The three things that you're looking at are called the mechanicals. Those are going to be your big money items besides the roof. Would be your plumbing, electrical, and your air conditioning. So those are your three big money items. Like I said, over and above the roof. What we see a lot of is when you have a collector and there's a lot of debris, then certainly trips to the dump can cost you a few bucks too.
For me, when I got to meet Dave and Melina and just hear what New Wealth stood for, and they approach real estate from a serving attitude. That really meant a lot to me. Being a believer and wanting God to be a part of my business, that was really important to me. Knowing what the club stood for and that it wasn't just about money and it was really about helping people, that was just an extra bonus. And I knew for me I was in the right place. And so yeah, then meeting people like Leslie and a lot of people in the club that have that same heart. So when we go to the door, we're not just like trying to ask people, can we buy your house? We want to buy your house. We want to make money. It's, you know, Leslie and I started this one particular house just helping the homeowners do a loan mod. And that moved into things falling apart in their lives, visiting a homeowner in jail and helping them through that big transition. And that, again, that all stems from the heart of New Wealth and the heart of Dave and Melina wanting to serve homeowners and making that the first priority.
So the final property of the day is going to be a property that is fully rehabbed, which will basically take us from every single step of the rehab process from beginning to end. So what a great day it's been.
A man drove up in a little red Alfa Romero and stepped out, and one of my guys says, "Hey Mark, there's another guy out in the front yard." He comes up and he's standing in the front yard and he's just standing there. And I went out and introduced myself and whatever, and he says, "Well, I just want to let you know that my dad had this house built and I grew up in this house as a child." He actually got emotional and he just said, "I can't believe, you know, being here again and seeing this house come up to life, because I've lived in town and I've seen it just run down to absolutely almost zero, and now it looks beautiful again, and it was really a neat feeling."
So would you just kind of maybe share with everybody what, you know, you came to join us in 2011 as a student and you had another business, and this was a completely new business for you.
I just stumbled upon this completely by chance by one of their signs that said real estate investors needed earn while you learn, I think the phrase was. So just out of curiosity, I called and talked to a very intelligent young man that knew what he was doing over the phone, and it led to my curiosity, and I came down and met these wonderful people that have changed my life, and I couldn't be more grateful.
And so now, Mark, so you went through the learning curve.
We went through all the classes.
And how many flips have you done? How many rehabs have you done? Do you know?
In the 3 years, I think this is like 12 or 13.
Okay. And so now you've kind of taken a role of coaching other students,
Yes,
right? And so like this today, our field mentoring, you
that was a lot of fun. I guess I've been in the game long enough to where I can share my experiences with the other students, and on to the next step. I like that.
yeah, that's the best thing I think is the pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Share your experiences. Exactly.
When the student can become the coach, that's powerful.
That's great. Oh, these people have helped me come together mentally, financially through some hard times in my life. That they're a great support team for me on a personal level and business level. And I'm just so grateful, and I'm going to cry, so turn the cameras off.
So we were at the end of the day, huge success, massive excitement going on, lots of projects, lots of properties. One of the things we do at the very end is we want to come back to our house, we order in food, have dinner, have some fellowship, but more importantly, we're really looking to kind of bring it all together. You know, there's a lot of information over a couple of days. We want all the students to really get like what's happening, and you know, we say it all the time that real estate deals, they're not found, they're created. And that's really what we're looking to do inside here is open up and expand their minds into the possibilities of all the different deals that we're putting together. So with that being said, you enjoy the day?
Had a great day. It was a great way to end the year. I am really excited for the people that are here right now. I just know that this next year is going to be amazing. I know that the club is going to go to extraordinary places, and I'm always grateful for Mike Big Lane being here. He's, well, Big Daddy. You know, who doesn't love Big Daddy? So great day.
Awesome.